Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel, kaviwebdesigns. Today we're going to be continuing with the Python e-course. Previously we have learned about Python strings. Today we're going to learn about Python conditional statements. In Python, conditional statements allow you to execute different blocks of code depending on whether a condition is true or false. The most common conditional statements are if, else, and elif, short for else if. Here's how they work. So now first we're going to discuss about the if statement. The if statement checks a condition. If the condition evaluates true, the block of code under the if statement is executed. So now if you look over here, here's the syntax of an if statement. So if you look over here, we write the if keyword, then the condition, then colon, and then we use indentation over here for spaces, and then we write the block of code to be executed if the condition is true. So now let's look at an example over here. So now if you look in this example, we have declared a variable called x and given it the value of 5. Then we have used the if statement and we have written our condition as x greater than 3. So if x greater than 3, we print x is greater than 3. So now let's look at this code using Visual Studio Code to get the output of this particular code. So now if you look over here, here is our code. Now let's try running this. So if you look over here, we'll get x is greater than 3. But if this condition is false, and now if we run this, if you see over here we're gonna get nothing, as because this condition is false. And if we revert it back and save, now we'll get x is greater than 3. So now you may wonder if we can use logical operators over here. And yes, we can. So let's declare another variable called y and give it the value of 3. So now let's write the logical operator OR and write x greater than 1. So now if we save, now it's going to display as because this entire statement over here is true. But even if one statement is false, such as over here, and now if you run it, we'll still get it as because we have written the OR. So this operand is true and this operand is false, then the entire statement is true. So now let's go back to the PPT to learn more. So now let me try explaining this code over here. In this code, this Python code checks if the variable x is greater than 3 and if the condition is true, then it prints a message x is greater than 3. So here's a background. First we assign the value of 5 to the variable, which you can look over here, the first line, and then we're checking, and then there's a conditional statement that checks if the value of x is greater than 3, which is this line over here. We are writing if x greater than 3, and then if the condition is true, the program will execute the line and print the message x is greater than 3. So this is the output of the code. So now let's look at the else statement. So if you look at the syntax over here we have the if statement, and as soon as the if statement ends, we write the else statement. And the else statement, notice over here, doesn't need a condition, as because it's the default code block. That means that if this if condition is false, this will automatically execute. So now if you look over here, here's the example where we have declared a variable called x, given it the value of 2, and over here we have an if statement and writing x greater than 3, and if that doesn't work, then we are writing else, which is print x is not greater than 3. So now if you look at this code using Visual Studio Code, if you look over here the indentation is same. I mean, it should be the same, but you can write it as different too, as because they're not the same code blocks. So now if you still do this, it will still work. So now what happens if we delete this and then ignore Visual Studio Code's warning and run? If you see over here we'll get a syntax error. So if you try to write only the else code block without the if, then it will give an error. But if this if code block over here is true, then if you see over here, this is getting executed instead of this, as because this over here is above the else block. So that means that it will read to this first and then the else. But if the first statement is correct, it will jump out of this code block chain. So now let's go back to the PPT to learn more. In this code, the else block is added to handle the case when the condition x greater than 3 is false. Here's the breakdown of the execution. So the first line over here is us assigning the variable x to the value of 2. And then over here in the second line, this condition over here checks if x is greater than 3. Since x is 2, the condition is false. And over here the else statement is defined because if the condition is false, then we need something to print, right? As because this condition is false, then this else is a default code block, so that this else will get executed and the print statement will print x is not greater than 3. So if you look over here, here's the output. Now we're going to learn about the elif statement. The elif statement, also known as else if statement, is used to check multiple conditions. If the if condition statement is false, the elif condition is checked. If the elif condition is true, the code block under it is executed. You can have multiple elif statements. So now if you look over here, here's the syntax. So here we have an if statement. Over here we have condition 1, and then we have the elif statement, which executes only if statement is false, and if elif statement is false, then else statement will automatically execute. So now over here if and else should be written only once, and elif can be written as many times as you want. So now if you look over here, here's an example. So now we have declared a variable called x and given it the value of 7. And over here we use the if statement checking if x greater than 10, and if it is, print x is greater than 10. We have an elif statement which is saying x greater than 5, and if is greater than 5, we will say print x is greater than 5 but less than or equal to 10. And we have an else statement over here which is only to be executed if these two are false, and that says x is less than or equal to 5. So now let's look at this using Visual Studio Code. So now if you look over here, here is our code. So if you run this code, if you look over here, we get x is greater than 5 but less than or equal to 10. As because over here this if condition over here is false, and this becomes true, and then this is not executed as because this is already true. And we can write as many elif statements as we want. There's no end to it, but the conditions have to be different, otherwise JavaScript will get confused. So now let's write over here something like x equal to 5 and x not equal to 5. So now if we run this, now we just get the same result as before, x greater than 5 but less than or equal to 10. But over here you get the idea that we can repeat as many as we want. And we can repeat as many as we want. So now let's try how many we can do. So now let's copy all of these. And now if we just copy them and paste, if you see over here we can have as many as we want, and Python won't care. So now let's revert all of these changes. And now let's see what will happen if we have an elif statement with the same condition. So now if we run this, if you see over here we'll get a single result. As because, just as I told you, if any statement over here in the middle is true, then all statements, you just jump out of the code block chain and just stop right there. So that's why over here it's all coming as only one over here. So now let's go back to the PPT to learn more. In this code, the elif statement block is used and to add another condition between the if and the else. So here's the breakdown. The variable x is assigned to the value 7. And over here, this condition over here checks if x is greater than 10. Since x is 7, the condition is false. Then we have the elif statement. This checks if x is greater than 5, since x is 7 which is greater than 5, this condition is true. Then we have the print statement. Since the elif condition is true, this line is executed printing the message x is greater than 5 but less than or equal to 10. And the else block is skipped since one of the previous conditions is true. So now the output will look like this. So now let's go to the summary. First we have the if statement. The description executes if the condition is true. And in the syntax is if and in the condition. And if you see over here, here's an example of an if statement. Then we have the else statement. Executes if the if statement is false. So the syntax is just the else with a colon. And if you see over here, here's an example. Then we have the elif statement, which checks another condition if is false. So if you look over here, here's the syntax of the elif statement. If we just write elif, the condition, and then the colon. And if you look over here, here's an example. So folks, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video and want to support us, please like, share, subscribe to our channel, Kaviwebdesigns. Keep on watching our videos and show us some love. Have a nice day.